guys. It's day 7 in our activities for our distance learning. If you're going along in order, should be doing Wednesday, day 7, okay? Well, today we're going to talk about our activities for the day. Every day we start with our language arts part, which is reading a book. So get a book, read with yourself, with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, whoever's there. Yeah, get a book and read. What I want you to do is then tell someone about your favorite part of the story. What did you like about it? What was your best part? Thing you really liked about the story. And then after you're done reading that story, what I want you to do is I want you to create your own story. Draw pictures, write words, or do both. And we've done that different ways when we were in class. One of the ways we did kind of comic strip style, where we divide the paper into 4 parts, and each part is a scene or part of the story, okay? Or also, if you'd rather, just get you a piece of paper and fold it in half, and you can make yourself a book. You have the cover, and you have a page, and then your back. You can do it that way. Yeah, create a story. See what you can come up with, exciting story with illustrations, because you're the author and the illustrator, so you can do both on your story. And then when you're reading your story, also if you find any sight words that you come across, make sure to point them out. Say, hey, I know that. That's one of my sight words. And find those. After you do language arts, we're moving on to our math part. Math. Well, today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about greater or less. Greater or more, or less, or fewer. We've talked about those in class about our math. But the way I want to do that is see if you can find you a deck of cards. Not everyone has a deck of cards, or if you don't, this is something you can do, have a deck of cards. But we're going to use the numbers. So if you have a deck of cards, it's best to take out all the ones with the pictures on it. The queen, the king, the jack. Take those out. So all you have left are the cards with numbers on it. And what I want you to do is make 2 piles. 2 piles. So you have part of it in one, 2 piles, and they're face down. So all you see are the backs of the cards, and you'll sit them down. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw 1 card off each pile. So you'll pick them up. Okay, we have a 5 and we have an 8. Which number is greater? The 8. The 8's greater. It's a bigger number, so it's greater. So therefore the 5 is less. Smaller number, fewer. Okay, and you're going to keep doing that to practice. So our next one's 3 and 9. Okay, so which number is fewer or less? Which is less? Yeah, the 3 is less. 3, so therefore the 9 is the bigger number or the greater number. Yeah, I want you to just keep practicing that. Just keep drawing, keep doing it, comparing 4 and 5, less, greater. Yeah, just keep doing that. Keep practicing, greater, less, and to see just one way to work with cards. An easy way to practice that. Oh, and also, I want you to after that, if you have time, also practice counting 1 to 100. I know it's a big number and it takes a little while, but I think you guys can handle it, okay? And also, one thing we're going to talk about, numbers. Ordinal numbers. Ordinal is a number we call when we're talking about things in an order. Like when we line up to go somewhere out of class, we all get in a line and we line up in an order. A number order. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way. And the order. Yeah. When the order we have, numbers would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if we're talking about the number or the order something is in, we call them ordinal numbers. And it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. The order of something, ordinal numbers. What I want you to do is I want you to find things around the house. Could be dolls, could be Legos, could be action figures, crackers. Well, see, even I have some gummies here. I could get some gummies out. And I want you to find 10 things. 10. And I want you to lay them all out in a row, like we're all lining up to go out of the classroom. And then I want you to practice pointing to different ones and say, oh, that one is the third one, or that one is the fourth one, or the seventh one, or the first one. And practice your ordinal numbers, the order, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. We're going to do 10, so find 10 items for that one. Okay, and that's our math for today. After that, we're going to talk about our science again. But this time we're going to talk about our basic needs. A need is something that you have to have. It is something that you can't do without. One of the things that we can't do without are food. Yeah, we can't live without food. We have to have food. It is a need. Because we eat. We have to eat in order to survive, to feed our body grow, stay healthy. So I want you to talk about with your family. Describe your basic needs as in food. What foods do you need? Not necessarily what I want or I would like to have, but what kind of food, what is the food that you need? And what does it mean by a need of food or a want of food? Yeah, we need to have food to survive. Talk about that, the need of food that we have, that we all need. And then the next one, another thing we need besides food is, we need clothing. We need clothing. What is the importance or the need, a need for clothing? We all have to have clothing for many different reasons. Like in the winter. What is our need that we need for clothing in the winter? And why might that need be different from the summer or the winter? Or if it's raining? Okay, how that need might be different. Talk about your basic need for clothing. And another basic need, or the things we need, is shelter. Shelter, or a home, or a house, or an apartment. Shelter. It's a place to live. What is the importance of shelter and why do we need it? Same thing. Why do we need shelter? Why is it important to us? Talk about that with your family. Why is it important, or why do we have to have the three things? Like, we have to have food, we have to have clothing, and we have to have shelter. Talk about why we need those and why we have to have them. And social studies, the last one, we're going to discuss our roles and responsibilities as members of a community or in a family right now, because you're at home a lot, okay? What is our responsibility or our roles, or what should we do? Our jobs, kind of like another name for our jobs, or what we should be doing for each other. Our responsibilities, like a family. Responsibilities could be one like cleaning up after yourself, okay? Being a good brother or sister, or son or daughter. Yeah, responsibility. Being nice to each other, that's a good responsibility. If you have pets, animals, responsibility could be taking care of them. Okay, that's a part of it. And let's say as a responsibility as a member of like our community, like outside your home, like picking up after yourself, don't leave trash outside. If you see someone out in the community, say hi, wave. Say hi, how you doing? Be nice, be friendly. That's a responsibility I think we all should have as part of a community. But let's talk about what that means being your role, kind of like your job, or what you should do as part of your family, and what responsibilities you should have as a family member and a community. And those are your activities for day 7. It's good to